Hello and welcome back to Rimworld, where you can do anything with mods. Rimworld. What a fantastic story simulator. Who would have thought I'd pay upwards of $45 Australian for a game that pretty much plays itself? I have very little input and sometimes it feels like I have zero control over everything. But that's exactly why I'm drawn to the game. It's like a cat. A cat is a test of patience. You have no control over the cat. It's going to do what it wants. Controlling people don't own cats or like cats because of this. I'm much more of a dog person myself and therefore am going to have some trouble with this cat. But I love it nonetheless. Let's jump in and find out what we can do. We're going to be starting a new campaign, a new colony. We are going with the Banditos. They start off with an all-factions suffering relations modifier. They start off with people chasing after them. They start off with silver, revolver, double-action revolver, double-barreled shotgun, dynamite, chemshine, golden large sculpture, steel small sculpture, and cloth bandanas. Because what are bandits without bandanas? Now, in this campaign, we are going to be drug runners. I don't know how, and I don't know where. Of course, we're going to go with Randy Random, and instead of just straight up losing, we're going to do our best on blood and dust. Next, to make the world, we're going to call the world Bandits. I think that's pretty appropriate. Global size, we'll go with 50 because 100 is too damn big. We're going to make it slightly higher than usual temperature, slightly lower than usual rainfall, and the population extremely crowded. Now here are the mods. We have a butt ton. I don't know if the game's actually going to run. Holy crap. I have never seen this much red in factions. This looks like it could be quite a wild ride. Now, as Banditos, starting in some sort of desert seems to be the right way to do it. Well, the four we have are absolutely terrible, but we were always going to prepare carefully anyway. Okay, well, here's our team. Here we have Nathaniel Brailsford, Captain, Glora Carter, Pick, Tammy Bond, or Powder, and Clouds. But before we get into it, we need to make sure we have some smoke leaf joints. After the last job, which was meant to be the last, you and your other members of your gang were forced to run without looking back. The only thing you have with you are the things you managed to steal, extort, or find along the way. Oh, here we are. Look at this beautiful place. Amazing. So, I actually don't mind this little area in the middle here. So let's try and build a small little base around it. We have a bit of growing area, we have a lot of mountains to defend us with only a few choke points to really worry about, and this one open area. We could eventually even build out to this area and wall off some other zones. Quite a nice little area. I have a butt ton of mods, so let's try and figure all this out. Let's begin by trying to chop down and grow some zones. In this zone, we're going to grow what everyone grows at the start of the game, rice. Oh, and also, everyone, we need to get some of these bad boys on. This is going to be our little base here, so let's make it a little bit nicer. It doesn't look like we have any ancient danger. Oh, I misspoke. Looks like we have an ancient danger right here. Let's build a few walls. Let's install this right in the middle of this area, just to get a nice bonus. Okay, here we are. The whole gang of Banditos is starting. We're going to have to think of a nice little colony name. Also, let's set up another grow zone, just so we have a bit of medicine when we need it next. I think Clouds is good enough at plants. She's fantastic at plants. We have a lot of granite over here, so let's just dig all that up and uninstall it. That way we can reinstall it very easily. Excellent. Clouds is straight onto this. Let's get a nice little... Let's get a few sleeping spots and a nice little torch, just so they're not sleeping in the dark. First day complete. We have some rice planted, a half crop of heel root planted. We're going to need to go hunting tomorrow so we can eat. Okay, well, here we are. In our first night, running away from our problems. If you ask any good adult, that is what you do when you have problems. You run away. Now, we have powder up straight away. We're going to need a butchering table. Whoa, a butchering table. We have made a nice little area for corpses. The one positive about him missing all his shots he gets a nice little bit of XP. And with 3 deer dead, I think we have completed our first task. And let's order some digging out of this area. Here we are going to create the fridge. Powder chatted about practicing scythes with pick. Excellent, Powder. Good way to make friends. Next, we're going to need some recreation before I forget. And a good way for having recreation is, of course, the horseshoe. We have forgotten completely about food. We might need to deal with a little bit of kibble for now. What we'll do first is create a fire. This way they can organize cooking some food. Clouds is too hungry and eats raw meat straight away. Pick, can I get you on this please? Thank you very much, Pick. Let's cook 4 simple meals. Cloud gets ready to cook. Excellent. Cloud's cooking and now feels much better. We're going to need some more food. Captain is feeling stressed. I don't think we've spent this day very well. Here we have Clouds cooking 4 more meals with 40 meat. Boom. Clouds has reached level 9. I really like that mod. It's always nice to see a change in what's happening in your colonist. Pick has decided to have a smoke. She didn't need it, so we are going to change our drug policy. Here we are in our drug policies, and we're going to change our smoke lease. You can use it for happiness. Happiness boost. Keep 1 in your inventory. You can do it every day, but only when you're below 30%. And now we will change everyone to the happiness. Clouds is just cooking food, is making her feel very good. She is low expectations and a simple mind. She is the happiest she could be. All the others are sleeping nicely. Some of them are incredibly well. Chem shined, satisfaction, chemical satisfaction. Very impressive dining room. We don't even have a table, but I'll take it. Let's go over their jobs. We don't need them all to do the one thing. Everyone should be on doctoring. We'll leave Pick off for now as she has terrible skills. We don't need everyone cleaning, but we definitely want someone cleaning more than others. Actually, I changed my mind. We're going to leave them all on cleaning. Now, we do want some steel. So let's get this compact... Wow, compact machinery. That's not steel. Let's get that anyway. Granite wall is really tough. Why we have put them inside the base, I'm not sure. We can always replace it later. Pick is now mining through the base. Excellent work. Our group definitely needs a table. That's too big. That's too big. That's just right. Let's get a nice little table with a couple of chairs. I didn't even get to change the quality of that. Let's be a little bit more careful next time. Changing all these qualities to good just means they're a little bit comfier when they eat. Cargo pods have dropped nearby. Let's go check it out. A bunch of milk. Excellent. Psychic drone has just kicked in. Some distant engine of hatred is stirring. It is projecting a psychic drone onto this site through an orbital amplifier, tuned to only affect males for a few days. That's not good. But I don't think that's going to cause any problems. Clouds has just immediately started running out to collect milk. Powder's grabbing the leftovers. And unfortunately there's still 6 left. That's always a pain. We have some alpacas. Alpacas, let's try and tame them. No usable food. That is a problem. Let's harvest all this spare heal root that is growing wildly as well. We definitely need to work on getting them beds. And bedrooms at that. Alright, we are sleeping through the night. Powder wakes up early as always and goes on the hunt. We are letting the bodies hit the floor. Excellent, that is a butt ton more food. Here's another little mod we have where it shows wear and tear on poor products. The normal bed looks normal, and I assume, once it's good, it looks a little bit nicer again. We have made 1 out of 4 good beds. We definitely need more food. One thing we are not comfortable with right now is how the colony is surviving. Pick still mining away like an absolute trooper. Psychic drone is ending, which is always good for our colonists. We have now 2 good beds. Wild woman wanders in. Let's check her out. Is she worth anything? She has pretty good animals, plants, and cooking. She's a psychopath, which fits in nicely with our little gang. She's not capable of social, because she's a mute. Excellent, we're going to get a prison up and running. Let's get this stockpile zone in here. We're going to clear all, and this will just be for food. This is going to be a preferred stockpile, so it moves a little bit quicker. Next, we want to also install a temperature unit. Now, we're going to install this, but we don't quite yet have power. So, let's look into power. We can set up a cruisy wood fire generator or a chem fuel generator, or an old-timey windmill, and that looks fantastic. We're going to set this up right near our farm. Unfortunately, the wild woman, the independent wild woman, has come into our base and decided to use our furniture, and now meditate. Let's speed things up while they sleep, and I think that'll be a great place to stop for the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll be back with more of this series in the next episode. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, do whatever you want, but thank you very much for your time. Stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye.